While you're watching this YouTube video from the safety of your couch, office, or even your bed, I guarantee that multiple special operations teams are in harm's way, fighting the war for human freedom and/or setting the conditions for success. Furthermore, as you watch this YouTube video, there are hundreds of special operators or special operations candidates who are training like their lives depend on it. Greetings, team. This is Christopher Littlestone of Life as a Special Operation.com, and in today's video, we are going to discuss the special operations lifestyle. We'll do so by discussing training, the soft training methodology, and then the operations/training cycle. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I've made several videos about how hard certain training courses are. For example, I've got videos about Ranger School, Special Forces Assessment and Selection, the Q Course, BUDS, Dive School, Airborne School, and Air Assault School. But in this video, I want to do something a bit different. I want to talk about the SOF lifestyle and how hard it is. Let's start off with a focus on training. For almost every SOF unit, there's some type of selection or tryout process. Once you are selected, you go through a training pipeline. Upon graduation, you get to your first team, and then the real training starts. Yes, of course, you have to go through hard training to get to a team, but the training doesn't get any easier once you arrive to your team. Let me tell you a quick vignette from my experience. My first Special Forces Company commander went to North Georgia, and he loved Dahlonega. So 10 days after I arrived to my Special Forces team, we found ourselves in North Georgia, patrolling in the mountains, in the cold, in the rain, for several days, for several miles, to do one paintball simunition assault. It was just like Ranger School, in the same location as Ranger School, but the distance was longer, my ruck was heavier, and had I not performed perfectly, I would not have gotten recycled. I would have been kicked off my team. I remember being at ranges or in schools, shooting so much that I would get cramps in my frozen hands. We would do a drill well, and then reload our magazines and do it again, better. Then we would reload our magazines and do it again, with white light. Then we would do it a second, a third, a fourth time, better. Then we would reload our magazines and do it again, with night vision goggles. Then we would do it a second, third, or a fourth time, better. Then we would reload our magazines and do it again faster. It never stopped. You can never be too smooth, too fast, too accurate, or too prepared. In my video on the soft training methodology, I discuss the unofficial but incredibly effective training methodology of special operations. I call it PTREXAR: plan, train, rehearse, execute, analyze, and repeat. If you're interested in learning more about the special operations way to get better at any skill, then please check out that video. I've even dedicated an entire chapter to this training methodology in my book and course, Special Operations Mindset. Let's move on to the ops/training cycle. The operations training cycle for SOF is a never-ending circle of deploy, train for deployment, deploy, train for deployment, and half of this cycle is training. This is a demanding, continuous process designed to keep our elite forces ready for anything. A typical year for a special operations member balances mission readiness with personal time and professional development. Members of the military receive 30 days of leave annually. This is usually broken into two 14-day block leave periods each year. Then let's imagine a 3 to 6 month deployment each year. Upon returning to home station, SOF teams will enter a 4 to 6 month train-up period. This period begins with individual skill refinement, everything from weapons proficiency to advanced medical training. And then they move on to collective training, where they operate as a team to hone mission-specific tactics. Many SOF operators are highly skilled linguists, receiving additional pay for their language abilities. These SOF linguists are required to complete a rigorous 160-hour significant language training event called a SLATE each year to maintain peak proficiency. This cycle ensures that Special Operations Forces are consistently prepared to respond to global challenges. Ops cycles change each year, decade to decade. But when I was a captain and major, I was consistently deployed for 6 months, back for 6 months, deployed for 6 months, back for 6 months. Here's what a typical year in my life looked like. First, I had a 6-month deployment. Then I had 2 weeks of leave. Sometimes I would get 2 weeks of language training. Then we would do about 2 months of individual training. This was where we would send soldiers to do shooting courses, apprehension avoidance training, the Special Operations Tactical Air Control or SOTAC course, driving training, jump master school, etc. Then we would take another 2 weeks of leave. After leave, the leaders would do a 2-week PDSS, or pre-deployment site survey, usually to a third world country, to learn about our upcoming mission. Then we would link back with the team and do a month or 2 of collective training. This was usually something like a 2-week dive requalification, or perhaps Special Forces Advanced Urban Combat (SFALC) training. Or we would do a company or battalion level full mission profile evaluation or training event. And then I would fly with the advanced party, usually about 2 weeks before the main body of the deployment. Just to reiterate, the ops training cycle is a never-ending cycle of deploying for a mission, then returning home to train aggressively for your next mission. I really like what the Navy SEALs say, the only easy day was yesterday. I'm planning on making 4 more videos about the Special Operations lifestyle in the next few weeks. One video is going to be about the fitness lifestyle, another about Special Operations families. Another video will be about the costs of Special Operations and how dangerous are Special Operations. I think the big takeaway from this video is that if you like to train hard and improve, then you're going to love the soft lifestyle. But if you think that when you finish the pipeline and you get your badge or tab or pin, you'll be done, you're in for a rude awakening. Thanks for watching. If you want to know more about preparing for Special Operations or learn some of the best security, leadership, and planning tools of the Special Operations community, then please check out the resources available at my website, lifeasaspecialoperation.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to join my Life as a Special Operations team, and be sure to forward this video to a friend or family member who needs to see it. Life is a Special Operation. Are you ready for it?